In the serene foothills of the Himalayas lived a saint deeply absorbed in the knowledge of Brahman. A righteous mountain king, noble and spiritually inclined, became his disciple. He would regularly visit the saint, listening to the teachings of Vedanta. One day, a question stirred within the king. He humbly asked, Gurudev, if Maya, this illusion, is beginningless, then how can it ever end? And if it doesn't end, how can the soul be liberated? The saint smiled and replied, Your question is deep and meaningful. The king waited, his heart eager for the answer. Nearby, in a remote mountain corner, was an ancient natural cave, so dark, deep, and eerie that villagers called it the Eternal Cave. Next to it stood a small temple where locals came with prayers and offerings. The saint called for laborers to dig a tunnel into the cave. As they removed the heavy rocks that sealed it, sunlight slowly began to pour in. The darkness began to vanish effortlessly, naturally. Then the saint turned to the king and asked, Tell me, how old was this cave? The king replied, It was very ancient, Gurudev. People believed it had always existed. And do you believe that too? Yes. Is the cave still there now? No. Why not? Because the rocks that enclosed it have been removed. And what about the darkness that was inside? It's gone too. Sunlight entered once the blockage was cleared. The saint smiled again. Now you have your answer. Maya is like that ancient darkness, though beginningless. It disappears the moment the covering is removed. The soul appears bound only because of ignorance. The light of the self is ever present, but covered by the veil of false belief. When the king understood this, he was ready to drop the illusion. He let go of attachments, renounced the false sense of self, and destroyed ignorance from its very root. Then the light of pure knowledge dawned within, and the imagined bondage disappeared. That moment, when the soul awakens to its own light, is Moksha. Even if Maya is beginningless, it is imagined like darkness without light. When illusion is seen through, it loses its power. To go beyond this false self, to rest in your eternal luminous nature, to abide in the pure self, that alone is liberation.